Hi, Mrs. G here with the real facts of life. On record, the longest penis is 13 inches. And on record, the smallest penis is 1 centimeter. And crazy enough, I've had both. Not at the same time, mind you. The 13-incher slid in and out like I was a Lincoln Tunnel. And I had no idea that the 1 centimeter was even in me, or near me, or around me. Oh, poor little... Poor Bobby Lee. Yeah. You take the good, you take the bad, theme song.
Bobby Lee, Mrs. G?
Yes, Bobby Lee and we were dating.
I didn't know that.
He's a comedian of sorts. He likes to be naked a lot, and he's got a roly-poly, koala-like body, even though he's Korean.
What does that have to do with it, Mrs. G?
Well, I know I'm not an idiot, Josh. I know a koala comes from Australia, not Korea. But he doesn't look like a panda, and they come from Korea. But he looks more like a koala. But 1 centimeter Lee is what we called him. There you go.
Mrs. G, do you remember working with some of your old friends?
Yes, I used to work with Cloris Leachman.
How was that?
It was nice until she shoved me out of the show so she could take over. She didn't get an Emmy nom. Poor thing.
It's not very nice.
I worked with George Clooney back in the day.
I didn't know that.
I made him a man. I'm the reason he doesn't like women.
I don't know if that's...
Well, he pretends to like women, and he is married to that beautiful woman, but the reality is, once you've had me, there's no going back to anybody else. Molly Ringwald, too.
Mrs. G?
Hang on, I'm blinking.
You let me know when you're ready, Mrs. G.
Sometimes I have to concentrate to make sure that my eyes are wet. Good to go, Joshy.
All right, Mrs. G. I have a question from Tasha.
Hi, Tasha. Weird name.
She's wondering, is a cold sore the same as herpes?
Yes, a cold sore is the same as herpes. And that means you've had dirty sex, Tasha. That means you've had your face in someone's hole. It's called a rim job. Or they've stuck their dick up your ass, and then in your hole, and then in your mouth. You gotta wipe that shit off every now and then, otherwise you're gonna get things.
Do you want help answering some of these questions, Mrs.
Josh,
G?
you have a medical background. Maybe you can help.
The cold sores don't carry the same stigma as genital herpes. They're slightly different.
Genital herpes. I thought she meant the herpy you get on your lip when everyone goes, "What's that?" And they go, "Oh, I have a zit on my lip." But it's really a herpy. And then they try to put stuff on it, but it doesn't go away, and then it gets worse, and nobody wants to even talk or look at you. We all pretend we want to, but nobody does, Tasha. Nobody does.
Thank you for writing.
Cover that shit up.
This one comes from Joseph.
Hi, Joseph, and your amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
It might be a different Joseph.
Oh, all right. I thought they all...
This might be.
Okay.
It says, can certain exercises really lead to better sex?
Yes, of course. There's an exercise for your pelvis called a Kegel, where you squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. I've been doing them this whole time. If you stuck a walnut up into my vagina, I could crack it for you. And while you're eating me out, you could have nuts at the same time. So for boys, it's the same. Squeeze and release. Squeeze And release. Stroke. Squeeze.
Breathe, Mrs.
And
G.
release. It's so
Take a
good,
few
Josh.
deep breaths.
I'm good, Josh. I just... there we go. There's a walnut ready for you. Oh, Josh! I'm exhausted from helping all these lovely people. Oh, the sex noise of the week is... Remember to make that noise without your partner knowing you're going to do it. And write me and tell me how it went. Bon chance!
All right, Mrs. G. I have a question from Tasha.
Hi, Tasha. Weird name.
She's wondering, is a cold sore the same as herpes?
Yes, it is. And that means you had dirty sex. That means that you either ate someone's ass or somebody stuck there.
Mrs. G, do you need help? Do you want me to help you out with this one?
Oh,
Doing okay, Mrs. G?
I think so. I have a... Wow, that one just took me over. I should re-answer that question.